Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Again, today, this is my second broadcast. The first broadcast was Field of Dreams Baseball. This broadcast is the PC Replay Baseball 1949 Red Sox season replay that I've been doing since the season started. And I know I've been neglecting my own projects because I've been so busy with Field of Dreams. However, we're going to get back on track. I promise the second half of the season to be more attentive. This is only the second game in the last 30 days I've broadcast on the 1949 season replay. So let's take a look and see where we are. For those people that need a refresher course, I certainly need one myself. The 1949 standings, as you see currently, the Red Sox and the Yankees are tied 52-34 with 69 games left to go in the season. If you look on the far right, you'll see that the Red Sox and the Yankees are separated by one game at the end of the season, with the Yankees defeating the Red Sox for the American League pennant by one game. That, of course, is why we're replaying this season. Red Sox entered Yankee Stadium for the final weekend of the 1941 season. They were one game up in the standings, only needed to win one out of two games to be the 1949 American League champions. They lost both. And as history has recorded, the Red Sox would continue to lose in situations like this until 1967. It would be another 18 years before they would win an American League pennant. In this case, the Yankees are making a little run at the Red Sox along with the Philadelphia A's. They are both 8-2 over the last 10 games. The Red Sox are an average 5-5 over the last 10 games. Anyway, that's where we are, and we are going to go down to the field here on Friday, July 22nd, and play this game. Well, we will autoplay a few games ahead of time. Philadelphia at Chicago, 5-4 Chicago. White Sox defeat the Philadelphia A's. Cleveland defeats Washington 3-2. Here's the team tied with the Red Sox. And so let's autoplay this. Yankees shut out Virgil Trucks and the Detroit Tigers. They've won. So they put the Red Sox in a must-win situation. If the Red Sox lose today's game, they will be one game back. As you all know, we play as played lineups for the Red Sox and for St. Louis. There they are. The AI will play for St. Louis, and I will handle the decisions for the Red Sox.
Replay Radio is live from St. Louis. Top of the first.
Here we are at Sportsmans Park in St. Louis, Missouri, as Lord Judgment 1818 checks in today's game. For the visiting Boston Red Sox, whose manager is Joe McCarthy, Dom DiMaggio leads off, playing center field, batting first. Pesky at third, batting second. Ted Williams in left field, batting third. Vern Stevens at short, hitting cleanup. Bobby Doerr at second, batting fifth. Billy Goodman playing first base and hitting sixth. Al Zarilla in right field, hitting seventh. Bertie Tebbets catching and hitting eighth, and Mel Parnell hitting ninth. He will be on the mound for the Red Sox. In the field, left to right, Platt, Severs, and Kokos for St. Louis. The infield, Dillinger, Pellegrini, Pretty, and Leonard. Sherm Lawler catching, Garver pitching. Dom DiMaggio steps in, and he's about to take the first pitch. The game's underway. We're going to have an immediate ballpark effect. Unless there's a 1 here, unless there's an 11 or 12, this is a base hit. Base hit. Single to center field for Dom DiMaggio.
No outs, men on first.
DiMaggio, a good base stealer. He's on first. Johnny Pesky steps into the batter's box. Garver checks the runner. Here's the roll. And he pops it up to Pellegrini at short.
1 out, men on first.
Ted Williams. Williams having a good season, 16 home runs. A little over half the year done, 87 runs batted in, hitting .346. Base hit in the right field. Dom DiMaggio is going to be held at second base.
1 out, men on first and second.
For those people who are not familiar with PC replay baseball, it's somewhat hard to broadcast because sometimes you get a 1-roll decision, sometimes 2, 3 rolls required to make a decision, and sometimes 4 or 5 rolls. So it might be a little broken up, but in this case, we will do our best to convey what happens. Runners on first and second, infield playing halfway. Garver delivers. Ball hit to first. It's going to be an inning-ending double play,
No
second
runs,
to first.
2 hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 1/2 an inning, the Red Sox nothing. St. Louis coming to bat.
Bottom of the first.
The lineup for today's St. Louis Browns has Dillinger at third base batting first, Kokos in right batting second, Pretty at second batting third, Platt at cleanup playing left field, Roy Sievers in center batting fifth, Leonard at first batting sixth, Sherm Lawler catching batting seventh, Eddie Pellegrini at short batting eighth, and Ned Garver pitching. Red Sox in the outfield, as you can see, Williams, DiMaggio, Zarilla in the outfield left to right, Pesky, Stevens, Dorr, Goodman in the infield, Tebbets catching, Mel Parnell pitching. We'll explain some of these numbers as we go along, but Purnell delivers to Dillinger and as a fly ball to right.
1 out, base is empty.
Dick Kokos stepping in, 274 batting average this season. The pitch. Parnell strikes him out.
2 outs, base is empty.
And Jerry Pretty hitting 274. The pitch. Ground ball to second. Door up with it. Over to first.
It's
Inning
a 1-2-3
over.
inning. Top of the second.
Here in the top of the second inning, the Red Sox will send Dorr, Goodman, and Zarilla to bat against Garver. This 23 is the number of batters Garver can face before he gets tired. After he gets down to 0, they do a roll. He can get some extra batters if he passes that roll. The pitch to Dorr. Ball hit to short. Pellegrini is going to have it bounce off his glove for a base hit, and Bobby Dorr reaches first.
No outs, men on first.
For those people, once again, not familiar with PC replay baseball, this is a direct port of a cards and dice board game, just done on the computer. The computer does all the hard work for you. Billy Goodman hitting 296, runner on first, the pitch. Ball hit to Dillinger at third. Now comes the second roll for the play. Possible error. Well, it is a definite error because Dillinger's number is 11. It's 12 and above is an error. He gets 14. It's going to be an error. Runners will be on first and second.
No outs, men on first and second.
Al Zarilla hitting 276. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Line drive, base hit in the left field. Platt's going to have a error roll here. Let's see what happens. 36, a little better than that last 11. 42, but it is still an error. 1 run will score. 2 errors in the inning for the Browns, and the Red Sox lead 1-0.
No outs, men on second and third.
Bertie Tebbetts, 286 hitter. As you know, he'll go on to manage the Cleveland Indians, Chicago White Sox later in his career. Garver pitches. And Tebbetts walks as he pitches carefully to him.
No outs, bases loaded. The first baseman is playing in.
Because Mel Parnell is up. He is hitting 263. They're looking for the bunt. They're not going to get it. Line drive, base hit into right field. Another error roll. 1 run will score. Let's see. Another 36 for Cocos. What will happen here? There's another error. Zarilla scores. It is now 3-0 Red Sox.
No outs, men on second and third.
Garver in trouble for Dom DiMaggio. Dom DiMaggio singled his first time up. The pitch.
Ball 4. Take the base.
And as you can say, early hook base runner.
No outs, bases loaded. The first baseman is playing in.
He's pitching so poorly, they're going to possibly remove him early. But before we do that, we have what's popped up, a base action roll. We're going to see what we roll here. As you can see, pickoff attempts, wild pitches, pass balls, balks, pickoffs, everything's there. Possible pickoff. Let's see what happens. If it's under 3, it's a pickoff. It's a 6. Runner gets back safely.
No outs, bases loaded. The first baseman is playing in.
Garver checks the bases. They're full. Pesky, who popped up to short, is up. And he hits a ground ball to second. Going to be over to first for the out. First out of the inning, but another run scores, and the Red Sox grab a 4-0 lead.
1 out, men on second and third. They've brought the infield in.
The Browns now trying to prevent the Red Sox from taking an insurmountable lead or playing in to cut off the run at the plate. Against Ted Williams, probably not the smartest idea, but they did it anyway. Base hit to right field. This ought to score 2 runs. 1 run scores. And that's going to be it. They're going to hold DiMaggio.
First and third.
They have reduced the pitcher to B grades. That means he's generally ineffective. Another hit or 2, and he'll probably be pulled here. He's allowed 5 runs here in the second inning. The pitch to Stevens. He walks, so the bases are loaded all over again.
1 out, bases loaded.
They're leaving him in to face Bobby Doerr, who singled. The pitch. Ball hit to third. A possible error. Boy, what could go wrong? When the third baseman has a possible error here, Dillinger is a lousy fielding third baseman. And he's going to make another error there. Third error of the inning. Another run scores for the Red Sox.
1 out, bases loaded. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
And there's nothing much you could do about it. That's it. Joe Ostrowski coming in. This season, Ostrowski has pitched, well, for the season he pitched in. I think this looks like his first game. For the season he pitched in, he's got a 2.01 whip, a 7.28 ERA. Doesn't look like he's going to have enough to stop the Red Sox, but let's find out. The infield playing at double play depth. The pitch to Goodman. Ball hit to second. Possible double play. We're going to have a pivot roll here at shortstop. If it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's a double play. It's a 5. It is not a double play. Another run scored. 2 outs, however, on the fielder's choice.
2 outs, men on first and third.
4 errors in the inning. 7 runs have scored. And Al Zarilla, who singled his first time up, hits a double in a right field past Kokos. He takes it on a short hop. Another run scores. Goodman will be, let's have a roll. He will be sent home. He's going to score 9 runs in the second inning for the Red Sox, and this game is out of hand.
2 outs, man on second.
Cirilla takes his lead. The pitch to Tebbets. Looping drive into center field. We got another roll. It's a ballpark roll. Looks like a base hit to me. Base hit. Al Zarilla scores 10 runs scored for the Red Sox in inning number 2. And
2 outs, man on first.
if the people in the seats had not paid just an inning ago, they'd probably be getting up to leave. 10 runs in the top of the second inning, and we're not done, as Mel Parnell, who singled his first time up, gets another hit. As the hit parade continues, 2 singles for Parnell and the pitcher in an inning. Highly unlikely. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. It may be a double. Here's the roll. If it's a 4, 5, or 6, it's a double. Parnell doubles. Tebbets goes to third. And we now have to roll against the outfielder's arm. That's what I mean. It's hard to call these games. 4, 5, or 6, the runner's going to score. The Whitney Platt's arm is not good enough to catch him. The Red Sox score run number 11.
2 outs, man on second.
The result of all those rolls was a double by Parnell and 2 runs batted in. I don't think putting another pitcher in will help at this point. Dom DiMaggio singled and walked. Ground ball to first. And the inning is finally over.
7 hits, 4 errors, and 1 left on.
At the end of 1.5,
Bottom of the second.
Red Sox lead by a bunch. Mel Parnell now has an easy time of it. He just needs to throw strikes. Fly ball to right. Zarilla puts it away, 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Roy Seaver's up. Seaver's 294 hitter. Ball's hit to short. Stevens up with it, throws over across the diamond.
2 outs, bases empty.
And Paul Leonard, he's hitting up $193. He's a lefty against Parnell. We've got a ballpark effect roll. This time, however, 44 and above is a single. 21, it's a fly ball to right field. The inning's over.
And just like that, the inning's over. Top of the third.
Top of the third, 11-0 the score. Pesky, Williams, and Stevens due up. Ball hit to second. Over to first, 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Ted Williams singled twice, knocked in a run. He grounds out second to first. 2 up, 2 down. Foil, will they have a
2 outs, bases empty.
1-2-3 inning as Vern Stevens grounded into a double play his first time up. And he flies out to center field, a 1-2-3 inning.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
End of 2.5,
Bottom of the
11-0.
third.
Mel Parnell once again jobs to throw strikes. Sherm Lawler hitting 275. Base hit into center field.
No outs, man on first.
Eddie Pellegrini, 208 hitter, runner on first. The pitch. 2 balls, no strikes.
No outs, man on first.
We get to do it again. Base hit in the left field. Lawler going to hold up at second. No sense in taking any chance. Williams throws the ball in. They need base runners, and they need a lot of them.
No outs, men on first and second.
The pitcher up. Pitcher's 5 for 16, a 313 average. Will they let him hit? No. Yeah, they will let him hit. Sorry. Ballpark effect. We got another roll. Once again, has to be above a 44. It is not. Fly ball to right. One down.
One out, men on first and second.
Top of the order, Bob Dillinger. 341 average. 2 away.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Cocos, 273. Runners at first and second. Is a line drive directly at Goodman.
No
He
runs,
puts it away for
2
the out.
hits, and 2 left on.
We head to the top of the fourth. 11-0 Red Sox.
Top of the fourth.
I don't know how to make this game any more exciting than an 11-0 Red Sox is, but here we go. Dorr, Goodman, and Zarilla to face Ostrowski. Fly ball to center field. Seavers under it. One down.
1 out, bases empty.
Billy Goodman reached an error and grounded to second base, knocking in a run his second time up. He's going to ground to second base again. Pretty is going to have it pop. It hit his glove on the heel, bounced away. They're not going to charge him an error. The official score is going to give the Red Sox their 10th hit of the game.
1 out, men on first.
Al Zarilla singled and doubled today. And he's hit by a pitch. Runners on first and second.
1 out, men on first and second.
Bertie Tebbets walked and singled. He knocked in a run. Base hit in the center field. Goodman is going to hold up, maybe. No reason to send him for any chance. Bases loaded. 11-0 lead.
1 out, bases loaded.
Mel Parnell singled and doubled, both in the same inning. And he hits a deep fly to left field. That's going to score Goodman, a sacrifice fly.
He now has 3 RBIs today.
It is 12-0.
2 outs, men on first and second. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
Ostrowski's worn out. Al Papai in. He did pitch for the Red Sox earlier. DiMaggio base hit in the left field. Zarilla going to stop at third. We're going to have another roll, see what happens. There it is. Zarilla scores run number 13.
That's his 100th hit this season. 2 outs, men on first and second.
13-0. Pesky popped up, grounded out twice. Ground ball back to the mound.
2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 left on.
Here we go. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 13 runs, 12 hits for the Red Sox. No runs, 2 hits, and 4 big errors for the Browns. Pretty, Platt, and Seavers to face Johnny Pesky.
Bottom of the fourth.
Pops it up. Pesky puts it away.
1 out, bases empty.
Platt strikes out.
2 outs, bases empty.
And Roy Seavers, who grounded to short his first time up, he will hit a fly ball to right field to end the inning.
And just like that, the inning's over. Top of the fifth.
We go to the top of the fifth, 13-0. As the Red Sox continue to cruise, the pitch to Ted Williams. Second to first, one down.
One out, bases empty.
Vern Stevens hits to short. That's out at first. Two quick
Two
outs.
outs, bases empty.
And a deep fly ball to left field. Platt's got it. Door is out.
Easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
Red Sox go down halfway through the game. Red Sox lead 13-0.
Bottom of the fifth.
Leonard, Lawler, and Pellegrini. Line drive, leaping catch by the second baseman, the famous 36 roll.
One out, bases empty.
If it happens again, I'll explain it in more detail. The pitch to Lawler, fly ball to center.
Two outs, bases empty.
Pellegrini steps in, singled his first time up. And he gets a line drive directly at shortstop Vern Stevens.
1, 2, 3 inning.
We head to the top of the sixth. 13-12-0 for the Red Sox. 0-2-4 for the Browns.
Top of the sixth.
Goodman, Zarilla, and Tebbets to face Papai. Base hit to right field. That's the famous 36 play. If you roll a 36, if the pitcher and the batter are the same handed, a lefty pitcher to a lefty batter, he's out. If it's a lefty pitcher to a righty batter, he singles, and vice versa. So it's always good to put in the opposite handed pinch hitter in this particular game because 36 comes up quite a bit. Al Zarilla singles into center field. Runners on first and second.
No outs, men on first and second.
Bertie Tebbets with Mel Parnell on deck. You think they'll walk him again? They do. Mel Parnell up with the bases loaded. Didn't fare too well for St. Louis the last time. Let's see what happens now. Ground ball to short. Second to first, double play.
That's their second double play turn today.
It worked that time.
Two outs, men on third.
Runner scores, though, so it's 14-0. Not sure what significance it would be having 14 runs to nothing, but there we go. And Dom DiMaggio flies out to left field.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on.
We go to the bottom of the sixth, 14-0 Red Sox. Cut a historical. Can't believe the 11-run inning. Neither can I, because now I've got to broadcast a 11-0 game from the beginning. Not much excitement in that. The pitcher due up against Mel Parnell. They're going to let him pitch. Mel Parnell commits a cardinal sin in baseball, walking the opposing pitcher with a 14-run lead. Bob Dillinger flied to right, struck out. 2 walks in a row. I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but from 1947 or 8 to about 52 to 54, that period of time, there was something in the drinking water in Major League Baseball, tons of walks. Many pitchers, in fact, had more walks than strikeouts during that time period. There's never been a definitive reason to know why that occurred. However, it did occur.
Men on first and second.
Dick Kokos. 3 base on balls in a row. Well, I guess it's a good thing we got a 14-run lead because
no outs, bases loaded.
Pretty is up with 3 runners on. And we've got the base action roll again. You know what that is. We did it earlier. Possible pass ball. We need to roll for it. If it's a 6, it's a pass ball. It's a 4. It was not a pass ball.
No outs, bases loaded.
We go back and roll it again because Tebbets was a good fielding catcher. Fly ball to right field. Zarilla's got it. Let's see if the runner's going to attempt to score. Here's the roll. He's going to score. And it is now 14-1 Boston.
1 out. Men on first and second.
Platt hitting 279. That sounded good, but it's right to center field of DiMaggio.
2 outs. Men on first and second.
Roy Sievers will have a wonderful career in Major League Baseball, but right now he's got 8 home runs, hitting 291. Fly to left. Williams has it.
1 run, no hits, and 2 left on.
We go to the top of the 7th. Red Sox in a commanding position, leading 14-1.
Top of the 7th.
Here we go. Al Papai will face Pesky, Williams, and Stevens. Pops it up to third. Dillinger squeezes it for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Ted Williams singled twice, grounded to second twice. And here's the pitch. Line drive towards the gap. We're going to have another roll here. Ballpark effect. Anything over 21's a double. It's a double for Ted Williams.
1 out, men on second.
Williams represents the 15th run for the Red Sox on second base. Vern Stevens steps in against Al Papai.
Ball 4.
He walks him.
1 out, men on first and second.
We have a base action roll. Pass ball again. Let's find out. Sherman Law's got a 5. That's a good catcher. No pass ball because we ran a 2.
1 out, men on first and second.
Bobby Dorr. Fly ball to the left. Platt has it for the out.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Billy Goodman pops it up to short. The inning is over.
No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on. Bottom of the 7th.
We head into the bottom of the 7th, 14-1 Red Sox lead. For those of you who might be new to my channel, the Red Sox replays I play consist of seasons I want to change the result. And the 1949 Red Sox, one of those seasons. Let me take a look at the baseball timeline in 1949 and see what might have been going on here in this date. I hadn't planned on doing this, but since this game is so exciting, I'm going to take a look. 1949, let's see what baseball's timeline by Bert Solomon has to say what was going on in this period of time. The Soviets tested atom bomb Ecuador earthquake kills 5,000 people. There was a Berlin airlift that ended the Soviet breaking the Soviet blockade in Berlin. 11 U.S. communist leaders found guilty of treason. The communists take power in China. And that's the highlights there. Let me go into the season. We're in July. Let's see what it says. Well, the closest date I can come to this is July 18th. And that doesn't appear too exciting. In 1949, Commissioner Happy Chandler sells radio and TV rights to the World Series to Gillette Safety Razor Company for $1 million. You couldn't even get a shave for $1 million today. And, oh yeah, I read this last time. In 1949, Major League owners approved the installation of warning tracks around the outfield. There's lots of stuff happened in 1949. The next time I do the game, which will be in about a week, I will look up something else. Here's another one. One more thing. It happens every spring by Valentine Davies is published. Strike 3 by Claire B. also appears. It is the first of the Chip Hilton books to focus on baseball. It happens every spring. I didn't read the book, but I saw the movie. It is a great movie. Google it. It is one of my favorite baseball movies of all time. Bottom of the inning with Lehner, Lawler, and Pellegrini to face Parnell as I try to spice up this broadcast. Ground ball to second, door to first, one down.
One out, bases empty.
Sherm Lawler. Single up the middle. If these numbers look familiar and the cards look a little like APA cards, that's because this game was originally designed off the APA master game, an easier way to play, they recommended. Ground ball, back to the mound. Lawler goes to second, plays to first.
Man on second.
And Parnell will pitch now to his counterpart. Do we let him hit? Nah, let's put in a pinch hitter.
You're going to use a pinch hitter.
Ground ball to short, and the inning is over.
No runs, one hit, and one left on.
We go to the top of the eighth, 14-1.
Top of the eighth, they're making the call to the bullpen.
Carl Drews coming into pitch. Carl Drews has no numbers up here, which means they could care less what happens to this game. They are using one of their worst pitchers. I would not be surprised if the Red Sox don't score some more runs. Cutter Historical says, I think you and Al Red Sox fan are responsible for me getting into this game. Bear in mind, I've only had a few tribute games and nothing else in this game. I'll tell you, this game, to me, is a lot of fun. You get to see why it's not a closed engine. It's an open engine. You get to see why the play works out the way the play works out. I love this game along with Action PC and Out of the Park Baseball. Cirilla, Tebbets, and Parnell to face Drews. And there's a walk.
No outs, man on first.
Bertie Tebbets has walked, singled twice, walked again. And third walk of the day. I think I smell some more runs coming.
Outs, men on first and second.
Mel Parnell. Okay. He walks, the bases loaded.
Bases loaded.
There was a reason why the St. Louis Browns were the worst team in baseball. As you can see, Drews has pitched 63 innings, allowed 116 hits, 14 home runs in 63 innings, struck out 12, has walked 46. I don't think this is going to end well. Dom DiMaggio pops up to third. Well,
1 out, bases loaded.
if he can get a ground ball, Pesky could hit in a double play. That's a double into a corner. I'm sure 2 runs will score.
He now has 3 RBIs today.
16-1. This could be
1 out, men on second and third.
one of those games. The Red Sox did play a couple of games against the St. Louis Browns. I think it were in 1950, where they scored 25 or more runs on 2 consecutive days. This looks like it's one of them. Base hit or a home run, we got to roll it again for Ted Williams. 44 and above is a home run. 11 to 15 is a single. 16 to 43, we're going to roll it a third time. Base hit. 1 run scores. And we'll hold the runner.
That's his 4th hit today. 1 out, men on first and third.
Could this be a 20-run game? Let's find out. Vern Stevens to second. It's going to be a double play, and believe it or not,
their 3rd double play of the game.
even with 3 double plays,
3 runs, 2 hits, and 1 left on.
the Red Sox have 17 runs, 17 hits, no errors. The Browns 1, 3, and 4.
Bottom of the 8th.
Mercifully, this game's almost over, but here we go. Parnell to face the top of the order. Dillinger's 0 for 3. Fly ball to center field.
1 out, bases empty.
Coco struck out, lined out, singled, and walked. Parnell delivers. Base hit to center field.
1 out, man on first.
4th hit for the Browns. The number of hits now equal the number of errors. Pretty. Line drive to center field. DiMaggio has it. Runner
2
has
outs,
to
man
hold.
on first.
Whitey Pratt. Whitey is flied to right, struck out, and flied to center. We go to the top of the 9th.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the 9th.
Dorr, Goodman, and Zarilla to face Drews. Grounded to Pellegrini. He's got it. 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Another ground ball to shortstop. The dice rolls
2 outs, bases empty.
are doing St. Louis a favor. And there's a double to right field by Al Zarilla.
That's his 4th hit today. 2 outs, man on second. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
This pitcher also is terrible. But they'll probably walk Tebbets to face Mel Parnell. That might be a mistake. They didn't. 3 ground balls to shortstop.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
Oh, easy inning. That is only the 1, 2, 3. That's the 5th inning. They didn't score a run. Of the other 4 innings, they scored 17 runs.
Bottom of the 9th.
Parnell about to finish a complete game. He will face receivers. Grounded to short, Stevens to Goodman for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Paul Leonard flied to right, line to second, grounded to second. And grounded to second again. He's out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Sherm Lawler singled, flied to center, and got his second hit, another single. He hits a short fly ball to right field, and the inning is over.
Boston wins the game easily. Until next time, this is Replay Radio signing off.
Well, I would have hoped to have brought you a more exciting game. However, the Red Sox win and keep pace with the New York Yankees. They are still tied for first place here on July 22nd. 17 runs, 18 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 1 run, 4 hits, 4 errors for the Browns. Red Sox now 53-34. The Browns fall to 30-57. Mel Parnell, winning pitcher, 12-8. Ned Garver, the loser, he falls to 8-8. Al Zarilla is named the MVP of the game. Let's just look at the box score, just for fun. DiMaggio 2 for 5, Pesky 1 for 6, Williams 4 for 6, raises his average to 352. Stevens didn't get a hit. Dorr only got 1. Goodman 2 for 6. 4 for 4, Zarilla now is hitting 286. Tebbets 2 for 3. Parnell 2 for 3. That was quite a game. Okay, let's just finish out today's games. National League, Brooklyn defeats St. Louis. Brooklyn is in first place in the National League. They did win the pennant in 1949 over St. Louis. The Braves at home defeat Pittsburgh 6-1. The Giants defeat the Cubs 7-3 at New York. And the final game of the day, the Philadelphia Phillies at home against Cincinnati. Cincinnati wins 4-3. Briefly, we've got standings 53-34. Red Sox Yankees tied for first. National League, Brooklyn 9.5 games ahead of St. Louis. Let me go back here for 1 second. Take a look at next week's games. Let me see if we have anything that would be interesting. Well, we got the White Sox at Fenway Park. We got the Indians at Fenway Park. Any of those games would be fun. I want to thank the few people that came in to check in with me tonight. It's a Sunday. I know this is an odd time to do a game, but I hadn't done one in so long. I wanted to get a 1949 replay in. Thank you, Cutter Historical. Thank you, Lord Judgment 1818. I appreciate you being here. And I will be doing a couple of games next week, 1917, along with 1949. And of course, as always, if you follow Field of Dreams Baseball, I'll be doing Field of Dreams Baseball. I'd like to thank everybody for coming in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday and the rest of whatever's left in the weekend, and we'll see you soon.